Hi Sagittarius, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread for you today. This is the Celtic cross spread. I just have it in 2 rows. It's just easier for me that way. And this is the overall energy of your reading card right here, and this is your animal spirit card. So I'll get to those two near the end. Some of your cards came out reversed. That just means you're getting extra protection from spirit. If any of your messages repeat, I believe that spirit really wants us to get the message, so I'll try and catch that and let you know. If this reading gives you any guidance, if you would please leave me a message, a comment below the video, I would really be grateful for that, okay? So let's get started. I'm just going to set up my camera here. So I'm going to move the overall energy card. Your first card that came out is the Knight of Swords. This card represents, let me move it back a bit so you can see it. This card represents your current situation. This is either you or someone in your life, or it could represent a situation. The Knight of Swords is Gemini energy. So the Knight of Swords is someone who is assertive, direct, impatient, intellectual, daring. He's a champion, a hero, a soldier. He's someone who goes against the flow. He's assertive. He's focused. He's a perfectionist, ambitious. He's brave. Spirit is telling you to seize the moment, just jump right in. He's fast thinking, and this can be a male or female in a general reading, okay? He's fast thinking, forward thinking, unrelenting. This card is all about big changes, big opportunities. The Knight of Swords is a risk taker, a warrior, a reformer, very ambitious, courageous, focused. He's driven to succeed. He's action oriented. He's a leader. He's daring, quick-witted. He is, again, a perfectionist. He's someone who is rebellious and is defending what they believe in. This card is telling you to choose your battles carefully, okay? The Knight of Swords can represent problems and conflict. The Knight of Swords is attention-seeking and power-driven. He may create drama for its own sake. This card could indicate that trouble is coming from arguments to other challenges to your authority. And this Knight can represent speed, so a situation may escalate suddenly, needing a quick response from you. These situations may not be your concern, but you may become drawn into the drama regardless. But Spirit is saying, if this represents a person, Spirit is saying avoid this person or situation whenever possible. It's unlikely that you can win with this person, having to deal with this person, okay? But if this is you, Sagittarius, Spirit is saying that you are so highly motivated to succeed that you will stop at nothing to pursue your dreams. The challenges ahead don't faze you because you know where you want to go. So move forward with sheer strength and determination to make things happen. You're quick to take action. You have high levels of energy that propel you forward and inspire you to take action to manifest your goals. Be assertive in getting what you want. Continue being proactive and forward thinking. You are the creator of your future. And I just wanted to show you, you have the World card. That goes hand in hand with that message. You have the Justice card that talks about defending your beliefs, things like that. But we'll get to those. You are the creator of your future, so take the necessary steps to make it happen. Sometimes you may act too quickly and haven't thought things through. You may be prone to rushing things. Sometimes a little planning can go a long way, Spirit is saying, okay? You may be suited to discussion groups with like-minded people as well. Knights are messengers, so this night might be bringing you bad news that relates to you personally or to someone close to you. There's some kind of conflict at hand, usually of a mental nature. There could be substantial differences of opinion around you, with angry messages being sent and received. And if this knight is not a person, he could represent a situation where you may be so focused on your intellectual pursuits that you're neglecting other facets of your life. Or you may be expressing your ideas too forcefully and antagonizing the opposition. And diplomacy may be called for in this situation, okay? Intensely focused, single-minded. This Knight of Swords is someone who knows what they want and is certain he knows how to achieve it. His intellect is stunning and his mastery of language is a thing of beauty. He's very confident in his opinions and beliefs and loves to express them in friendly but no holds barred debates or arguments. If you need someone to advise you about a logical problem or plan, you can count on him, but don't go to him with problems of the heart because he is generally impatient in the face of emotions. And then your next message is the Seven of Wands reverse. This card represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation, or it could be what you're celebrating. So the Seven of Wands, actively hold true to your values. You might not be doing that because it came out reversed, but Spirit is saying actively hold true to your values. The Seven of Wands reverse could represent admitting defeat or giving up, having no confidence, feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, being overbearing, burnt out, worn down. This card could represent a lack of courage, a lack of self-belief, a lack of stamina. It's a card of weakness, surrendering, quitting, being timid. It's a card of fear, failing to defend, failing to protect. It's a card of resolution and compromising, losing morale, losing authority, losing control, losing power, losing respect, giving in, folding on your beliefs, admitting defeat. It's a card of fear. This card is asking you to consider what exactly it is that you're defending, because there is the possibility that you are wrong and should lower your defenses. External pressure is weighing you down, leaving you doubting yourself and whether everything is worth it. It may seem as if you are under constant opposition. You may feel ready to give up and exhausted, but keep fighting for what you believe in. Stand strong, own your position. Don't change who you are just to keep others happy. You may think others are perpetually criticizing you. Your family or friends are questioning your choices. You will not always win everyone over. Hold your ground with determination and courage. You may be overwhelmed by the challenges and responsibilities in your life. Rebuild your self-esteem and confidence, and have faith that you can achieve what you set out to do. You may be trying to avoid conflict wherever possible. As a result, you're backing down from your point of view too easily, Spirit is saying. And the Seven of Wands can signify a time of confusion. You don't know whether to hold on or back off, but now is the time for firmness and decision. Even if you're not sure which way to go, it's one of those situations where any decision is better than none at all. Okay. And then your foundation message is the Tower card. This is a major arcana card. It came out reversed. Surrender and know, Spirit is saying you can surrender. You know how to go forward, but you're struggling with this. Again, Spirit is bringing up surrendering. I would definitely make a note of that. Your foundation, this card talks about a fear of suffering, delaying the inevitable, resisting change, a fear of change. It could be going through a personal transformation, avoiding tragedy, avoiding loss. A disaster is avoided, or there's a fear of suffering, or you're delaying a disaster, it could represent. This card implies that the shakeup caused by the Tower is not external, but rather internal and less obvious. Something happens inside you that creates an epiphany. This card could also represent a close call. You're undergoing a significant personal transformation and upheaval. You're instigating the change and calling into question your fundamental belief systems, values, purpose, and meaning. You may go through a spiritual awakening as you discover a new spiritual path. You may change your beliefs and opinions about important topics, realizing that you can no longer support older models, or you may go through an existential crisis where you seriously question your life's purpose. While this can be an unsettling time, Spirit is saying trust in the process and know it is for the best. You're creating change and transformation so you can step into a new and evolved version of yourself. Some of you may be resisting change and delaying the necessary destruction and upheaval. You may be in denial that change is occurring, or you may be clinging to an old belief system even though you know they are no longer relevant or healthy for you. As much as you don't want to, you need to go through this difficult time to learn a valuable lesson and make progress in your life. Know that if you continue to resist this change, it will only force its way into your life even more. The growth and transformation this card brings are inevitable. No amount of hiding or denying will make it go away. It will only get louder with potentially greater upheaval. The reversed Tower can reduce the impact of the change about to enter your life, especially if you are tuned into your intuition. You may be forewarned or have an intuitive sense that something big is about to happen, and you can plan ahead to avoid or minimize the destruction that lies ahead. Okay. Spirit is saying you're refusing to change old habit patterns, and you will suffer continued disruption in the form of unforeseen difficulties until you finally make some changes in your life. You may be confused about just who and what you are. At a deep level, you're being prepared for the changes that must eventually take place. This comes up in my readings for you quite often, Sagittarius, this message. You may be confused about just who and what you are, and at a deep level, you're being prepared for the changes that must eventually take place, but you're resisting what your inner self knows already. Once you alter fixed beliefs and limited ideas, you'll enjoy a new sense of freedom. And then your fourth card is the Justice card. I already mentioned this. This is Libra energy. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. Speak your truth in fairness to yourself is the message with this card. This is a card of justice, karma, consequences, accountability, law, truth. It represents karmic justice, legal disputes, honesty, integrity, balance, decision, equality, life lessons, integrity. If you have a legal matter that's happening, this card says it will go in your favor. This card represents the importance of your choices. Whatever decision you make now will have significant consequences in your future. So Spirit is saying, really make sure you're very careful with your choices, okay? Rely on logic and reason to make the decision rather than emotion. And if you're experiencing good fortune, this card could be letting you know that your past actions made the good fortune possible. So I would definitely make a note of that, because this is what this card represents. Your fourth card represents your past, but is relevant now. And again, this card could represent a legal situation that will be resolved in your favor. It's also a reminder to balance your physical concerns with spiritual growth. Justice, fairness, cause and effect. You're being called to account for your actions and will be judged accordingly. If you've acted in alignment with your higher self, you have nothing to worry about. But if you haven't, you will be called out and made to own up to your actions. Be ready to take responsibility for your actions and stand accountable for the ensuing consequences. If you seek justice, then this card is a positive sign that it will indeed be served. You need to make an important choice with the potential of long-term repercussions. Be aware of the impact of your decisions. Be aware of the impact your decisions will have on your well-being and the well-being of others. Choose consciously. Be ready to stand by your decisions, as you will be held accountable for the choices you make. Justice is about the search for truth. As you explore your truth, you will discover that things are not as clear-cut as you had thought they were. Okay. This card reveals a decision in your favor, provided that this is right, fair, and deserving. This card can relate to the outcome of legal matters or signify those who work in the legal profession. This card says that the truth prevails and your situation improves as a result. And again, this card could reveal the need to find balance in your life by following your own truth and values. So, Spirit is saying, to thine own self be true. Okay. Yeah. To thine own self be true, Spirit is saying here with this card. And, you must carefully weigh up the whole story before making your decision. Spirit is saying with this, you know, a lot of the, see how she's holding the scales? That's why Spirit is bringing up balance a lot, okay? Keep things balanced. You're concerned with external circumstances, waiting for the right time to act. You may be seeking justice in personal or business affairs, or you may be involved with a lawsuit. It's important to you to resolve the situation in a way that is fair to all participants. You must create a balance not only of power, but in terms of your emotional reactions to the situation. This is a time for moderation in all things, for creating harmony to facilitate relationships. You may be called upon to arbitrate for others, or you may be subject to arbitration yourself. Your judgment is good at this time. And you're not swayed by personal considerations or bias. And then your immediate future card, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the Knight of Wands. This card is telling you to make decisions without any pressure. Don't let people pressure you, okay? Sagittarius, this is you showing up in your reading. You are fearless. Take action. You're taking risks. You're open-minded. You're a shameless flirt. You're courageous, energetic, charming. You're a hero. You're rebellious. Some of you are moving countries. This card talks about being swept off your feet. It's telling you to finish what you started. You're being hasty, you're eager, you're adventurous, you're warm, exciting, enthusiastic. You have a lot of energy and passion. It's telling you to take inspired action. You're impulsive, confident, self-assured, brave, sexy, hot-tempered. And again, Spirit is saying, keep an open mind. This card could, some of you are going to be traveling. This card is a card of travel as well. The Knight of Wands is impetuous, impatient, generous, and ambitious. He's willing to go anywhere and do anything, and is happiest when he has a clear goal. He's probably very popular and the type of person people like to be around. He's given to grand gestures that spring from the best intentions. For example, he'd give the coat off his back even if it leaves him without a coat. But he can be undependable because he's impatient and impetuous. He can lose interest in the task at hand and run after the next shiny new challenge. You're charged up with energy, passion, motivation, and enthusiasm. You channel that energy through your inspired action. You have a clear vision about what you want to create. You're fueled by your passion and inspiration. You're moving forward with leaps and bounds to turn your vision into reality. This card is telling you to go for it. Okay, Spirit is saying go for it. You are bold and courageous and willing to venture into the unknown territories to further your mission and your dreams. Be a pioneer. Take calculated risks to reach new heights. You're so committed to your vision and purpose that you will stop at nothing to bring it to life. Your potential is limitless. Your passion, enthusiasm, courage, and confidence are highly attractive to others. Others see you as highly charismatic and want to be in your presence to benefit from your energy. Be careful though. You may be impulsive and impatient. Okay? The Knight of Wands. Male or female in a general reading. Action, speed, full of fury energy. This card shows an unexpected turn of events, a sudden conversation that moves a stuck situation forward, a sudden attraction and flirtation, a flash of inspiration. The Knight of Wands is someone who brings energy. This card is telling you not to get too caught up too soon. Take a moment to consider what is on offer before you proceed. And for some of you, this card can show an imminent house move. So I'm just making a note of that. A house move. Yeah, this is, I love this message for you. This is great. Knights are messengers, and the Knight of Wands, knights are messengers and travelers, and this knight is bringing you good news concerning work or social activities. He might relate to almost any anticipated happy event. It could be a journey or a vacation, a change of residence, a change of job, an engagement, or a marriage. So I'm making a note of that because I think that's really important. I would make a note of that for sure, Sagittarius. This Knight of Wands can refer to a young man who is a relative or a friend with the same qualities as the King and Queen, who are his parents. The Knight of Wands is someone who is trusted and is faithful. And then the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Sun card. The Sun card is all about so this card represents the outcome that you desire most in your situation. Be optimistic and appreciate everything you have, okay? This is a card of happiness. You find success and time to focus on yourself. Again, they're saying a holiday in the sun or other opportunities to de-stress and recharge. This is a card of personal growth, self-appreciation. You feel worthy. You enjoy the good things in life. This card could also represent spending time with children and family. This is a very positive card. It's all about success, vitality, joy, truth is coming up again. Truth. Ambition, openness is coming up again, having confidence, celebrating something. It's a card of pregnancy, happiness, freedom, good luck, having clarity. So The outcome that you desire most in your situation is everything positive. So, self-expression, um, after traveling through the long dark night of soul searching, you emerge into the light. You're able to see where you were and where you now stand. Your mind is clear and sharp. Energy fills you. You're ready to let the light of the sun warm you. This card brings great joy, clear truth, and well-deserved success. It's optimism, radiance, abundance. The sun gives you strength and tells you that no matter where you go or what you do, your positive and radiant energy will follow you and bring you happiness and joy. Again, Spirit is saying people are so drawn to you, Sagittarius. Okay? They're drawn to your energy. People are drawn to you because you can always see the bright side and bring such warmth into other people's lives. This beautiful, warm energy is what will get you through the tough times and help you succeed. You're also in a position where you can share your highest qualities and achievements with others. Radiate who you are and what you stand for. Shine your love on those you care about. If you're going through a hard time, this card is telling you things are going to get better. Now you're full of energy for the future. Express yourself authentically. You have what others want. Radiate your energy and your gifts out into the world in a big way. And look at the daily card that I pulled, because it talks about that too. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Eight of Pentacles. Dedicate yourself to what you believe in. You dedicate yourself to what you believe in. This is Virgo energy. So this card is all about diligence, having passion, high standards, skills in craftsmanship and in business. It's financial security. It's self-employment. It's hard work. It's a card of talent, expertise, mastery, commitment, doing repetitive tasks, gaining new skills, having confidence, paying attention to detail, job satisfaction, achieving your goals. It could represent getting a new job, building a business. It's a card of trade, reputation, quality, mastery, a scholarship for some of you, commissions, achieving your goals, apprenticeship, vocational. This is the apprenticeship card. So it means you've taken up a new job, craft, art, or activity. And it's not an easy road, for being a beginner brings a hard learning curve and tedious repetition until you get it perfect. But because you have a goal and the passion that comes with a new endeavor, it's likely the bumpy beginning part of the journey will not discourage you. You're working hard to improve your skills and become a master at what you do. You may have recently changed your work, education, or financial circumstances, and now you're applying your sheer determination and concentration to master the new skill that you're learning. You're diligent, hardworking. You're applying yourself fully to whatever it is, to whatever is at the center of your attention. As you do the same task over and over, you work your way towards mastery of your craft. And through your perseverance and unwavering attention, you create success. There's a very hardworking and conscientious energy that is present in your life at this time. I would make a note of that for sure. I feel that too. Keep doing what you're doing, as it will eventually lead to success. Events are unfolding that will lead you to the right path. Continue working on yourself too. The energy you invest in your development will be worth your while. Okay? Yeah. Hard work, dedication, deserved success, positive outcomes, high levels of achievement in work, education, or personal goals and projects. You master a skill or are master of a situation because you've devoted the time and energy wholeheartedly. This card could also show the successful completion of examinations or the end of a period of apprenticeship. This card could also show someone who has attained good qualifications and has high standards in everything they do. Okay? Your self-image card, how you see yourself. And you're integrating old skills into a new form, or you're adding new skills. You've tried various means of making your living, and you're now finalizing how you want to use your personal resources to fulfill your needs and expand. Your sureness of purpose guarantees success. Your craftsmanship will be rewarded by increased income, opportunity, and respect. You're developing and applying your skills in a productive manner. You know what you want and how to go about achieving it. So if you're sincere and persevere, your efforts will succeed. A new venture brings success because you're training yourself intensively with a clear goal in mind. And then your environment card, or how others see you in your situation, is the World card. Celebrate life and welcome new energy. This is the last of the major arcanas. This is about big achievements, big completion, fulfillment, wholeness, harmony. It could be an ending. It's success again. A lot of success energy in your reading. It's a card of travel again. Travels keeps coming up in your reading. I would definitely make a note of that. Travel keeps coming up. Integration, accomplishment, final rewards, an ending. Big achievements. This card promises the wonderful conclusion of long-term projects and the realization of goals. Success, completeness, satisfaction, and fulfillment are woven to your life. And again, some of you are planning major trips and extensive travel. So that's really exciting. You're glowing with a sense of achievement, wholeness, fulfillment, and completion. A long-term project, period of study, relationship, or career has come full circle, and now you're reveling in the sense of closure and accomplishment. This card could represent a graduation, a marriage, a birth of a child, or achieving a long-held dream or aspiration. You've finally accomplished your goal or purpose. Everything has come together. You're in the right place, doing the right thing, achieving what you have envisioned. You feel whole and complete. Spirit saying, reflect on your journey, honor your achievements, celebrate your success. I think that's important. I would make a note of that. Okay, celebrate your successes. You're strong, wise, and more experienced now. Express gratitude. If you have not yet reached this point of completion, then you're very close. If loose ends still remain, bring them to completion. Clear some space for the new beginnings and opportunities to emerge. Okay? Big achievements. This is your environment card. Great card to get. successful completion of a life phase or project, and you celebrate this and may even receive a gift or a reward. Your horizons expand, new ideas beckon, overseas adventures. Your world is happy as you look to your future. Beautiful card to get. I'm really excited for you for this. Success in all endeavors is assured. Everything is available to you and all is right with the world. Whatever you do now, Sagittarius, will prosper. Again, Spirit is saying a career change, a move to another place, a new relationship, recognition, rewards, acclaim. This is the end of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one. You've mastered the complexities of your inner nature and feel supported by your inner resources. This is a time of supreme self-confidence and victory. You put your trust where it belongs, in a higher power, and now you will reap the rewards. Many possibilities and opportunities are available to you, and you're free to choose what pleases you. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation, is the Four of Wands. Upright, this message says the universe brings all you need to feel blissful. This is Aries energy. The Four of Wands is about harmony again, community, fulfillment is coming up again. I'm going to make a note of this. Harmony, fulfillment is coming up again. Stability, it's belonging. A sense of belonging is coming up again. Sense of belonging. I like making my notes. Surprises, weddings, pride, self-esteem. That's the card that came out today. If you want to listen to the daily message, that self-esteem came out. Celebrations, you have something to celebrate. You're sharing your happiness and good fortune. You're being proud of your achievements. It's reunions. Now's the time to rejoice. Teamwork, prosperity, coming home, homecoming, feeling welcome, laying down roots, romance, happiness, reward again, success again. Whatever you've been working on is showing good signs of success, so take a moment to revel in it. So yeah, you're gonna invest in something, whether it's building a house, expanding your business, investing, or even getting married, is the message with this card. Okay, fulfillment. Celebrate with those you love most. You're maybe celebrating a wedding, a birthday, a homecoming, a reunion. Spirit is saying just relax, let your hair down, enjoy this special time together. Some of you are returning home or to the people and places familiar to you. You feel supported and secure knowing you're with those who love you and care about you. You may work on improving or renovating your house or are close to finding a new one. Maybe you recently purchased a home and are getting ready to settle down in your new habitat. It's time to pause and celebrate what you've achieved so far. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Take a small break. You're now enjoying a period of happiness and security. It's a time of peace and contentment in life after your hard-fought efforts. And if you've been working on a project, you will have a reason to celebrate soon. Sagittarius, you really should be very proud of yourself at this time. You persevered. Good for you. Okay? Freedom again, happiness, celebration, a time for joy and togetherness, harmony, laughter. Relax and enjoy life's pleasures, especially if you've been feeling under pressure. You find peace and appreciate the simple things in life. You might be celebrating the milestones too. This card also represents holidays, honeymoons, weddings, and parties, finding a new home, again, or the perfect place for a vacation is coming up again. So that's going to be for a lot of you. The Four of Wands is an extremely positive card. It indicates that your efforts to establish a project, business, or other endeavor are successful. Your position is secure and comfortable. Again, just relax, enjoy life. It's a time of respite and rejoicing. You're enjoying pleasure and prosperity, reaping the rewards that you've earned. Your finances are in good shape. You're in harmony with the environment, with your environment and the people in it. Again, Spirit is saying you've shown the world who you truly are, Sagittarius, and what you can achieve. It's time for celebration and good times. And then your future is the Knight of Cups reverse. This card represents your future if all is to remain as is. The Knight of Cups is either you, someone in your life, or a situation. He's Pisces or she's Pisces energy. This card, the Knight of Cups, is someone who has tantrums. It's a card of moodiness. It's about being disappointed. This is someone in the LGBTQ community, LGBTQ plus community. The Knight of Cups reverse represents homosexuality, deception, turmoil, avoiding conflict, vanity, fraud, jumping to conclusions, having an overactive imagination, someone who's unrealistic, jealous, avoiding confrontation. It's a card of trickery, receiving bad news, revoked offers or proposals. It's a card of cheating, a one-night stand, a manipulator, a heartbreaker, unrequited love, someone who's prone to depression and moodiness, someone who may sink into gloomy pessimism and brood. Okay, this could be someone in your future, so Spirit is giving you a heads up. Yeah, procrastination, obsession, troublemaking, someone who has an overactive imagination, someone who's experiencing creative or intuitive blocks. A creative project is emerging, but you're not ready to act on it just yet. You may spend most of your time dreaming up what is possible or how wonderful it will be when it comes to fruition. The plan will not come into being until you take action, though. You may need to ground your ideas into reality. Figure out everything you need. This will give your project more weight so that you can move forward with implementing your idea. You may be sulky, moody, and jealous. You may feel frustrated that you are not being given the opportunity to dream and create. You allow your emotions to get the better of you if you're not getting your way. You may be someone who has an overly romantic approach to life and is disconnected from reality. You may experience a level of disillusionment that an offer is not quite what you expected it to be. And again, remember, don't shoot the messenger. These messages, I'm just channeling them, okay? The message you hoped for has been delayed or may never arrive. The relationship you yearn for may be based on deceit or superficiality on the other person's side. You may be obsessing about someone who really doesn't care that much about you and who will never make a commitment, even if they have led you to believe that they are sincere. This person is fickle, likes to flirt, and isn't likely to settle down. So again, just take how it resonates and then ignore the rest, okay? The overall energy of your reading is the Three of Pentacles reversed. When you show your work, others give support. but maybe you don't feel that way at this time. This is Capricorn energy. This is a card of competition, working alone, misalignment, apathy, poor motivation, truancy, not learning from mistakes, and unwillingness to learn, a lack of growth, poor work ethic, a lack of teamwork, no determination, no goals, no dedication, poor quality work, no motivation. What else can this card represent? Things are not going according to plan. Maybe you've taken on too much and cannot handle everything well. Or maybe you haven't applied yourself as well as you could have, Spirit is saying. You may be struggling with a lack of harmony with fellow team members, making it difficult to complete a project. You're not on the same page as one another, or you're not listening or valuing one another's opinions and ideas. If this resonates, you need to realign with the original goals of the project and make new agreements about how you will work together to achieve these goals. Set clear guidelines for the team, especially around respect and collaboration. Acknowledge the unique contribution each person makes, no matter his or her experience or knowledge. You may be working in a relatively mundane job in which your contributions and experience go undervalued. It may be a good time to make a career move. You may prefer to go at it alone and get the job done yourself. And if you're struggling, Spirit is saying you might want to ask for help, okay? Be open to asking for help. You may not be making the effort to acquire the new skills you need in today's changing marketplace. You may be stuck in a job you really don't like, but lack the confidence or ambition to strike out and change things for the better. Get going. Thought without action is useless. That's the overall message of your reading. That's why they were talking about taking action a lot at the beginning there of the reading. So I would definitely make a note of that. And then your animal spirit message, the animal spirit card that came out for you, you got the elk. So at this time, you're representing elk energy. The elk energy is stable, resilient, headstrong. He represents the father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability, that came up in your reading, amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values, which we've already talked about. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. But sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated. The ego did come up in your reading already, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world really needs more elk energy. When you are in balance, Sagittarius, you're supportive, kind, and consistent. When you're out of balance, you can become pretentious, high, and mighty. If you ever feel your energy is off, Spirit is saying to balance yourself, eat and drink more consciously, okay? Watch your diet, eat and drink more consciously. We are what we eat and drink, so that is your reading. I hope you received some guidance from this reading, Sagittarius. Thank you for letting me channel those messages today. I'm sending you a big hug. Again, celebrate you. Take care, take action, be good, be safe. Bye.